The atmosphere of the Weber Cup is unbelievable, unmatched anywhere in bowling.
The last 5 years when I've been here, it's been so special.
Anytime you get to represent your country, it's a special feeling.
It means a lot to everybody. They want to just get that trophy home.
I want to take care of business. Europe is a tough squad, we're a tough squad.
This is the time, you know, to beat the Americans and beat them pretty well.
I'm ready to kick some US today.
The Weber Cup is not to be missed.
The 888 Poker Weber Cup here, as always, at the Barnsley Metrodome. Yes, the Ryder Cup of 10-pin bowling, as they call it, is back. 8 of the world's best bowlers have gathered here in Barnsley. Team USA won it last year, but Team Europe are ready for battle.
Osku Palermaa is once again the man to lead Europe into battle. The charismatic captain ended 2011 as the EBT ranking champion and has since become the first two-hander to win a major title when he won the PBA World Championship.
The Weber Cup, well, it's the bowling's Ryder Cup, and it is the most prestigious tournament. We don't bowl for no money at all. We just bowl we bowl for Europe and the guys bowl for USA. I have a good feeling in my stomach. I think we're gonna come back and victorious this time.
The Moose, Mika Koivuniemi, is arguably the greatest European bowler to ever grace the lanes. He has a bowling title in 12 different countries and added the World Bowling Tour Championship to his ever-growing list of titles.
Our team this year is pretty strong. All 4 of us have won the PBA titles, and that's great accomplishment. I think this is one of the greatest weekend of bowling every year. I always wait to come back here and bowl. It's the best crowd. A lot of bad talking between the players, and it's a great event and everybody likes to win, so that makes it special.
Dominic Barrett isn't just a firm favourite with the fans here in Barnsley, he's also a multiple EBT champion and in early 2012 won his first PBA title at the Scorpion Open.
There's such a strong competition between the States and the European guys. We talk about it all season, saying how much we're going to beat them and they say how much they're going to beat us. It's really good banter and it's something that we look forward to a hell of a lot. Our team's pretty stacked and looking forward to taking down the States.
Europe's team sheet has one change from last year. Stuart Williams comes in for Weber Cup hero Paul Moore. Williams became the first English player to win a PBA title at the end of 2011 and is hoping for more success against the Americans.
I have only played once. I came in as a late replacement in 2005 when we won. So I haven't lost in the Weber Cup, so that's pretty good. And I had a pretty good record. I think I won 6 or 7 of my games, so I'm looking forward to continuing a pretty good record so far.
But that will be a tough task. The reigning champions are captained by Chris Barnes. 14 PBA titles and earnings in excess of $2 million make him arguably the greatest player the sport has ever seen, and he has his eye on back-to-back titles.
Well, the Weber Cup means a lot to our team. Aside from the fact that I room with Mika on tour and its bragging rights through the year, I'm looking forward to being able to express once again the American dominance over his whole collaboration of Europe to try and keep up with us. So pride, among other things, is a very powerful motivator with our group.
Tommy Jones loves the TV cameras. His first 12 titles came in just 20 TV final appearances, and his record at the Weber Cup is no different. Nicknamed Mr. 300, he's rolled the perfect game 3 times on this single lane, and last year had a 2.99.
The atmosphere of the Weber Cup is unbelievable, unmatched anywhere in bowling. Created a lot of good friendships with people in the crowd. Had some great moments with bowling 300 games, and looking forward to it. It's something I look forward to every year, and there's just something that comes over me when we get on that lane. I just enjoy it so much that I look forward to it year after year after year.
Last year, Mike Fagan made his debut here in Barnsley. Since then, he's won the USBC Masters, his first major title, and narrowly missed out on a second consecutive major at the US Open. Fagan is on fire.
The win last year was really special, especially because it was up and down. I just didn't know which way it was going to go. We were looking really good for a minute, then we were behind, and then we took a big lead again, and then it ended up coming down to the end. So to square off against Europe's best and bring it back to the US was a nice feeling.
Like Fagan, Bill O'Neill returns to the USA lineup after a promising debut. Spurred on by the team's success, he went on to record 8 top 10 finishes in the 2011-2012 season, and 3 of those came in majors.
Last year was a struggle, I think, for me at the Weber Cup to start. I think I think from Mike and myself, I think we both were battling some nerves a little bit. We didn't really know what to expect. First time I ever bowled in the Metrodome here on the one lane, so it was a struggle. But I think towards the end, the last half of the event, I started to bowl really well, and I started to get a lot of confidence. So hopefully I can carry that into this year's tournament. I think it's going to be very tough for us to retain the title. I think there are European sides out for blood this year. I think it's going to be a good time, but I think we're going to handle ourselves just fine.
2 evenly matched teams, both desperate for success in this action-packed format. The Weber Cup is the best of 33 matches played over 5 sessions. A point is awarded for a win, so the first team to a tally of 17 points are champions. The matches are a combination of singles, doubles and the Baker, which is when all 4 members of the team take to the lane. To make things even more interesting, there's also the captain's pick, which is a singles match where the 2 bowlers are picked by the opposing team captain. Well, the Weber Cup pits Europe's elite against the best from America. It began in Poland in 2000, and the USA won the first 3 tournaments, including the first by an 18 points to 11 margin, the joint biggest win by either side. But Europe fought back and won the competition for the first time in 2003, and then repeated that with further successes in 2004 and 2005. The Americans reclaimed the trophy in 2006 in dramatic fashion as they fought back from 16-14 down to win the deciding Baker game and claim an 18-17 victory. Further USA wins in the years after that, but the Europeans tasted glory again as they won in 2009 and 2010. Last time, Europe were going for a hat-trick of wins, but the Americans had other plans. It was another tightly fought contest. Team Europe raced into an early lead, but Team USA dug deep, showing desire and determination to overturn the deficit and win by 2 points. Weber Cup 13 sure to be a tournament full of pride and passion, and we are just about ready to go. Let's meet the teams. Introducing first, Team Europe. And now welcoming to Barnsley the defending champions, it's Team USA! Almost ready to go then, but let's have a quick word with our captains, Chris and Osku. If I could ask you for our first little chat in Weber Cup 13. Chris, let me talk to you first. What a magnificent win it was for you last year. How long did the celebrations last?
Well, I room with Mika, so it lasted all year long. We got to talk about it, well, one-sidedly anyway. We talked about it all year. It was a lot of fun for me.
How's the team shaping up for this Weber Cup 13?
Well, we're in pretty good shape. As Michael is second in the PBA Tour and in the World Tour points and bowling great all over the world. Tommy's fresh off a couple of big international tournaments, and I've done okay as well. And Bill's he's always solid.
Absolutely, but I have to tell you, the man who is top of those rankings at the moment is in the European teams. Mika's in great form at the moment, isn't he, Osku?
Exactly, he's our wild card right now. He's gonna be the moose and do his thing. And
for anyone who hasn't seen this before, the Moose celebrations are something to behold, aren't they? But you've changed things a little bit after last year's loss and brought in some fresh blood, haven't you?
Yeah, we ditched the left hand and took a righty from the same country. Could put on some animation on the lanes also.
And tell us a little bit about Stuart for those. He has performed in the Weber Cup before, but quite a long time ago, hasn't he?
I think he's 1-0, if I remember correctly, so give him another chance.
Great, ladies and gentlemen, give him a massive round of applause. Our captains. Well, the very best of luck to both teams, and let's hand you over to our commentators now. It's Cass Edwards and first Simon Golding.
That sweet anticipation of another fantastic Weber Cup opening match and the taste of the riches to come over the following matches. It really is a special time, and we have some very special players up there on the show lane. 8 world-class performers on show, with Europe looking to take it to the Americans and avenge last year's defeat. And the traditional Baker game to start with. Mike Fagan for the USA, 31 years of age, the king of swing. Really starting to come to the fore on the PBA Tour out in the USA, but that can be said of all these 8 players. They really are high-class performers, and every single one of them has a PBA title to their name. Here's the European captain, the only two-hander playing in this game, Osku Palermaa of Finland, 28 years of age now. A confident individual, now based in Gothenburg in Sweden, another man with a PBA title to his name. And the quality just keeps coming. Decent camaraderie up on stage between the boys, but I'm sure that'll diminish as the games go on. TJ, as he's known, Tommy Jones, big winner on the PBA Tour a few years ago, and still very capable at this level, but just so experienced in terms of his international 10-pin bowling career. And he really is a go-to man, but Mr. 300 will be looking to once again bring the maximum game to the show if he can. Well, this is one of the new names on this European team, and a player of real quality. Stuart Williams picked up his first PBA title last season, actually the first Englishman to ever win a title out on the US Tour. The man from Ellesmere Port in England, a real bubbly character. You can see this man just carrying this European team through any difficult times over the coming matches. And a great friend of Dom Barrett, who he's playing alongside. Those are the 2 Englishmen in this European lineup. The real deal, Bill O'Neill, had a bit of a monkey on his back over a few years on the PBA Tour, and started to believe that maybe he couldn't win, but he's managed to get those tour victories under his belt, and he's a very worthy member of this US team. Dom Barrett, what a superb young player this man has turned into. We all knew he was going to be the big thing on the European Tour, and has really matched Osku Palermaa stride for stride over the last few seasons in terms of European rankings. But now very much part of this Weber Cup team and of the PBA Tour. And when you're talking about experience, Chris Barnes, the USA captain, 42 years of age now, and WTBA world ranking of 3. But across the board, this man is a superb performer, we know that. And Mika Koivuniemi, Major Mika, who was one of the players from Europe who took it to the Americans out on the PBA Tour. Now living in the States, born in Finland, of course, and ranked #1 on the World Bowling Tour. Who will win the first point at this year's 888 Poker Weber Cup? Find out after the break, as 8 of the world's very best take to the lane.